You ever hear the stories about the old-timers, the ones who lived and died on the waves, whose eyes held the secrets of the deep? They'd tell you the ocean ain't just water and fish. It's alive, and sometimes it breathes. And if you're unlucky enough to be there, when it draws a breath, you'll never forget it. This isn't about ancient myths and forgotten scrolls anymore. This is about a few years ago. About a research vessel, the Triton, pushing the boundaries, trying to map the deepest, most inaccessible trench in the Indian Ocean. Place they called the Shadow Trench. Miles down, a place where light literally dies. Dr. Iris Thorne was the lead. Brilliant man, but obsessed. He dedicated his life to finding out what truly lived in the abyssal zone. And the Shadow Trench, it was his white whale. They had the latest sonar, the most advanced submersibles, the best hydrophones. They were ready to unlock the secrets, or so they thought. They'd been down there for weeks, sending probes, gathering data. Mostly the usual stuff: bizarre bioluminescent creatures, weird rock formations. Then on a Tuesday late at night, the hydrophones picked something up. Something huge, not a whale, not a tectonic plate shifting. This was biological. The first sound was a low thrum, like a giant distant engine. But it was organic, it was rhythmic, almost like a heartbeat, but a heartbeat on a scale that defied imagination. The kind of sound that resonates in your chest, even if you can barely hear it. They cross-referenced it with every known marine animal, every seismic event. Nothing matched. Dr. Thorne, usually so composed, got this look in his eyes. He knew deep down, he knew this was different. The sound wasn't just a sound, it was a presence. It was moving slowly, deeper within the trench, away from their sensors, almost as if it was aware of them. Days turned into nights, filled with that incessant low thrum. It never stopped. It was like the ocean itself was breathing. The crew, usually a jovial bunch, grew quiet. They felt it too. That unnerving sense of being watched, of being in the presence of something ancient and unimaginably vast. The tension on board was palpable, thick as the deep sea mud. Then came the second sound. It started as a high-pitched whine, cutting through the thrum, like metal groaning under immense pressure. But it wasn't metal, it was a scream, an organic scream that resonated through the hull, making the very deck vibrate beneath their feet. Chaos erupted, alarms blared, lights flickered, the entire ship shuddered, as if struck by an invisible fist. On the main sonar, where the low thrum had been, a massive anomaly appeared. Something impossibly long, impossibly wide, stretching for miles along the trench floor. It wasn't a single solid object, but something moving, twisting. Dr. Thorne, despite the fear gripping everyone, was glued to the screen. My God, he whispered, his voice hoarse. It's biblical. It's truly biblical. Captain Petrova, usually unshakable, gripped the console, knuckles white. What is it, Iris? She demanded, her voice barely a whisper. What are we looking at? The creature. Because now they knew it was a creature, was rising from the crushing depths, from the absolute blackness. It was ascending. The pressure changes it was creating were immense. The ship pitched violently. Equipment sparking, the screen returned louder. This time a sound of ancient pain or unimaginable rage. Outside, the ocean, which had been calm moments before, erupted. Not a storm, But something else. Massive swells appeared out of nowhere, not wind-driven but pushed up from beneath. The Triton was lifted, then slammed down over and over. And then through the roiling, churning water for just a fleeting second, they saw it, a colossal serpentine form. Miles long, or so it seemed in that moment of terror. Scales like obsidian glinting in the limited light. And then a mouth impossibly wide, filled with what looked like jagged fortress-like teeth. As the creature breached the surface, causing a massive vortex that nearly swallowed the Triton whole. It was a vision, straight out of humanity's oldest nightmares. The sheer scale of it defied logic. Then, as suddenly as it had appeared, it was gone. The water calmed slowly. Unnervingly, the sonar screen cleared, showing only the empty, silent trench. No sign of the creature, no lingering anomaly. Just the vast, empty ocean, now seemingly even more immense and terrifying than before. They never spoke about it in full reports, not in official logs. What could they even say? We encountered a creature from ancient scripture, miles long, that screamed and caused the ocean to boil. They'd be laughed out of every scientific community. They were told it was a rare seismic event, or a deep-sea gas explosion. But Dr. Thorne, he never forgot. He still sees it in his nightmares. That impossible size, those scales. That terrifying ancient scream. He knows what he saw, he knows what's still out there. And he knows, with a certainty that chills him to the bone, that we've only just begun to scratch the surface of the secrets the ocean keeps. The Leviathan isn't a myth. It's a guardian of the deep. And it's still down there waiting.